Hi, my name is Lee. I haven't seen you guys for a while. I have not done a wrap up since October? That's been a while. I know I should have been making some videos telling you what I'm up to, but I don't know, the books I've been reading I just have wanted to sit with. And now I have, and I'm ready to talk about them. Arabella by Georgia Heyer. I bought last year, and I read it last year, and I was not disappointed. This is a Jane Austen light-like book. It is not actually Jane Austen. It is not going to make you feel the same way as Jane Austen, but it's a Regency era historical romance. It is about a woman named Arabella and her going to London and accidentally, kind of intentionally lying about her background, and then everyone thinking she's crazy rich even though she's not. Excellent, funny, witty, has quite a few lines that I just laughed out loud at. I read Town Cats by Lloyd Alexander. Town Cats and Other Tales by Lloyd Alexander is a collection of short stories and fairy tale-esque stories about cats who can talk. It feels like Jeeves and Wooster with cats. I also then reread The Cat Who Wished to Be a Man by Lloyd Alexander. This one is a very, very, very short novel. This is about a cat named Lionel who's a companion to a wizard, and his most ardent wish is to become a man. The wizard hates people, but he's like, okay, Lionel, I will turn you into a man, and you can go see how crappy humans are. It's fun, it's cute, and it's very short. I read this in a couple days. I also reread and finished The Xanadu Adventure by Lloyd Alexander, completing the Vesper Holly books. So Vesper goes off to find this archaeological dig that is supposedly of Troy from the Iliad with her companions. And of course, her arch nemesis shows up and causes havoc. This is the finale of the Vesper Holly books. Please, if you have not been watching my videos where I've been rereading these books, go and start with The Illyrian Adventure by Lloyd Alexander. That's the first one. They're great. They're fun. Then I read the first two books of the Protector of the Small series by Tamora Pierce. Those are First Test and Page. These are in the Tortal series by Tamora Pierce. These are kind of weird because they feel so similar to the Song of the Lioness stories by Tamora Pierce, but I feel like these are better. First Test and Page are about Kellandry of Mindolin, who wants to become a knight, and she wants to become the first girl in the Knights Academy. So I really like these books, and I personally like them better than the Song of the Lioness, which is basically the same plot of girl in the night school in the same world, except Alana was disguised as a boy the whole time, which is very fun and interesting, but it's interesting with Kel because she's going into this situation as a girl, having to handle sexism and misogyny in a different way than Alana. It hit me harder, and I liked it better, and I like Kel as a heroine more than I like Alana and Dane. She just is my jam more, I think. I loved it. I think everyone should read it. Okay, bye. Also, quickly, I want to note that I have continued reading the series of Unfortunate Events. I read the Austere Academy, which I don't think is my favorite of the books so far, but I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you're keeping track, that I have continued with the series. Back in March, I read Fangs by Sarah Anderson. This is a graphic novel comic strip, basically, about a vampire and a werewolf and their love. It's not deep, it's not anything new, it's not trying to be anything new, really, but it's really fun. Then in April, I read Mort by Terry Pratchett, which is one of my favorite books of this year so far. I adored it. It's about this guy named Mort, who becomes the apprentice to death himself. This is a Discworld novel, obviously. I've mostly been reading the Moist von Lipwig books, so I haven't really gone into the whole death aspect of Discworld, but this was good. It's great. I love it. This is probably my favorite book so far of 2021, and I feel like my favorite part of this is spoilers, so I can't even go into it. Ugh. My biggest complaint about this is the edition has no chapter breaks, and I don't like books that don't have chapter breaks. Also mentioning quickly that I am also continuing in the Finishing School books by Gail Carriger. I just read Waistcoats and Weaponry. These are stories about the finishing school that is a school in a steampunk Victorian world that has vampires and werewolves, and how they are training spies, basically. Operatives for the Queen. Waistcoats and Weaponry is the third book. One book left now. I also did a reread of Princess Academy by Shannon Hale. I read this who knows how long ago when I was a small little blonde child, and I loved it then. A few years ago I found a copy of it and I was like, I should reread that and see if it's even good at all again. And I read it again, and it's better than I remembered. I think everyone who disses this book is wrong. It's about a girl named Miri who lives on a mountain in the far reaches of this kingdom, and it's about her as she and all the other girls on this mountain are told that the prince has been prophesied to have to marry someone on this mountain. Since there's no nobles on this mountain, they have decided that they're going to teach all of the girls of eligible age to become princesses, and then the prince will come and pick which one he wants. So it's one of those magic school books, which is similar to Waistcoats and Weaponry. It has this magic system in here of quarry speak, which isn't really magic, but it's kind of magic, and it's fun. There is something about this book that I really like, and just hit me really hard when I was a child, and now it's hitting me hard again as an adult. But I just read Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, and I am obsessed with it. I just got the next book. I am currently reading it. I'm speeding through that. I'm going to probably get the third book. Truly Devious is about Stevie, who is going to the mysterious Ellingham Academy for geniuses, where they take in people who are super passionate, eccentric, and obsessed with different studies, and then they teach them. They're basically unschoolers. The big draw for Stevie is that she wants to become a detective, and the Ellingham Academy is known infamously for the Ellingham murders/kidnapping, where back in the 30s when the school was first opened, 2 people were kidnapped and 1 person was murdered, and then other bodies were found. And Stevie wants to solve this cold case. And I loved this first book so much. I do have some things where I'm like not super happy about this and that or this or that. But right now I'm just really enjoying the story and can't wait to see where it goes. That's it for today. I hope you are reading some really good books right now. I sure am. I hope you're having a lovely day reading good books. And I'll see you soon in a new video at some point in the future. Bye. Because I'm obsessed. We have so many Academy books this time. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with me about reading all these books about school.